What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Victoria Lynn Myers, back with another video. You may be asking, why such a wonky setup? I have spent the last 2+ hours looking for my Yeti cord to be able to plug it in to my Mac to be able to record this video. I woke up this morning. I wanted to talk about something that I've had on my mind for a long time and have struggled to find the words to even articulate. It came to me today, so instead of going to the gym and doing my normal routine and putting off making this, I said, not today. This message needs to be said for myself and for the people. So I set up everything, I got a shower, got ready, etc., only to spend the last 2.5 hours looking for the cord and everything getting in my way, which I feel like is ironic given the subject I am going to talk about. Now, before I get into it, this video is not going to be for the faint of heart. It is going to be a dose of reality that I feel like a lot of us need. It's not going to be necessarily something new per se. I think a lot of people have discussed this topic, but maybe the wording that I will say or maybe the things that I say might stick a little better. Regardless, I think this message is something that everybody needs to hear. In a world where we have so much media tailored to injustices and giving yourself sympathy and self-love, and I have been such an advocate of that and taking care of yourself. This is going to be a bit on the opposite end of that spectrum. So definitely self-help. So if you aren't in the mood to be challenged and to evolve, maybe click out of this video, because what I'm going to say might offend some, but it needs to be said. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Victoria Lynn Myers. I grew up in a religious cult. I got out, thank God. And now I am living life, and my YouTube channel, I want to dedicate, and it has always been a personal goal, to show people that there is more than your circumstances, regardless of what your circumstances look like, which is a great segue into today's video. Which is, the one thing that keeps coming into my head is the song, "You are the one thing in my way, you are the one thing in my way, you are the one thing in my way, my way, my way." Okay, you get the point. Newsflash though, putting anything other than yourself as the one thing in your own way is a scapegoat. Because there will always be another thing in your way if you're looking for a thing in your way. And that's the epitome of what I'm going to be talking about today. Let's just dive into it. So many people in recent days, but in general, and even I, have a tendency sometimes of thinking, I'm guilty of the what ifs, or, if this were in perfect alignment, everything would be better, or, whatever. And I think in that dialogue, there's a whole conversation to be had about injustices and all of that. But at the end of the day, regardless of the circumstances, they're still the circumstances. And so we can either acknowledge, accept it, and move on and work with the powers that be, or we can fall victim to this narrative in which, if my life was X, Y, and Z's life, or if, my circumstances were better or whatever, then I could achieve or do or be who I want to be. And that just, unfortunately, is not the case. You are the one person at the end of the day that is responsible for whatever you want to do, be, become, etc. And, some people may be like, well, I don't look like you, I don't talk like you, I didn't have the background of you, or whatever. First of all, bold to assume. We all have personal struggles, right? And although that's true, yes, you aren't me, I am not you. And so with that, that's very fair. That's exactly right, and that's irrelevant. I want you to start using the okay and method. Say you're in a relationship and it goes south. Say, you lost your job. Okay, and? Okay, and? Okay, and? Okay, and? You don't have the same life as me. Okay, and? What else? Give me something more to work with, because at the end of the day, the only thing you can control is your actions. And so regardless of injustices in the world, regardless of your crappy circumstances at the moment, okay, and we have to move forward. You have to move forward. So being like, my life isn't your life. Yes, okay, and. Okay, and. So many people are addicted to struggle. They're addicted to struggling. Unfortunately, they are bonded to struggle. They don't know and wouldn't know what to do if they were to feel good, if they were to succeed, if they were to step out and do something that they're afraid to do. And so X, Y, and Z will forever be their scapegoat. I've had conversations with friends in recent days where they say all this stuff, and I'm trying to convince them, hey, your circumstances or your history or whatever is just that. It's just your circumstances. It's just your perspective, just as much as it can be flipped. There's another side to that coin. But I can't convince you otherwise, right? You have to convince yourself, and you have to believe. And in some of that, there is a bit of delusion. Like, you're going to have to sometimes look the part before becoming the part. There were so many days where I felt like I had to pretend. I didn't get a normal education. I grew up in an insane environment. And a lot of my personality has been mirroring other normal people as a way of fitting in, as a way of evolving. Sometimes you've got to believe you are those things in order to achieve those things. That segues me into the idea or the concept that only the biggest, brightest, best deserve and get positions of power or positions that you may want to achieve. You would have to be blind or an idiot to believe that the person at the top of whatever field you are looking to pursue, not even at the top, middle, whatever, something that seems unachievable to you, you would have to be blind to think that that person is the best in their field. That's not true at all. Do you think the fitness influencer community, do you think the most fit person on Instagram is the fittest person in the world? No. Do you think that these top models, top whatever, are the most beautiful? Do you think the top engineer, top whatever, is the best? You've got to be kidding me if you think that. That is not the case at all. It's the person that goes for it. People always reach out to me and say, hey, how did you feel comfortable, putting yourself out there on TikTok or, doing all this stuff? Delusion. Do you think I don't have bad days? Do you think I alternate between having a God complex and being one of the most insecure people you will ever meet? I mean, not insecure, I don't know. I won't go that far. Again, I'm not the top of the insecurity thing either, and I don't want to be. But with that, delusion. Be delusional. Know that the person at the top of whatever position you want to get to is not the one that is the best, brightest, whatever. That's not the case. There's so many people in the world. It's the person that continues to market themselves. It's the person that continues to try. It's the person that says, if not me, then who? And that's truly where it's at. If not you, who? If not now, when? Anything else is an excuse. Sure, there are things that got in the way or will get in the way. Absolutely. Is there injustices? Is there inequality? Is there whatever? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it has to become irrelevant, because if it becomes relevant in your headspace, that is an out for you to not do or achieve what you're capable of. I'm not saying it's an out in the sense that it's not relevant. It very much is. But regardless, it's irrelevant, because what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's a scapegoat. It has to be a scapegoat. Even if it's not a scapegoat in your mind, it has to be a scapegoat. It cannot be something that maintains relevancy and gives you a crutch or an excuse. Whatever your circumstances are just your circumstances. And as much as like you try to predict how things will go, maybe bring back into your mind something that you couldn't have predicted that was a pleasant experience in your life, to remind yourself, hey, I couldn't predict that. And even if it's on a small scale, say you go to Chipotle and you're like, oh, let me just get a burrito bowl. They knock it out of the park. They kill it. They're like, they've never made a better burrito bowl. Oops, I'm getting excited. That's a microcosm of something that could show you can't anticipate or expect good things or bad things to happen in your life. Let that free your mind. Let that propel you to do more, and stop using everything as your scapegoat in life, because we all have them. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say today. I hope this message finds you well. Take care of yourself. But remember, you're the only person at the end of the day that will be in your way. The biggest, the brightest, the best aren't the ones at the top. Ever. They aren't. Don't at me. Use that knowledge to your advantage. You post a TikTok. It doesn't perform well. Great. You know what? If it doesn't perform well, no one saw it. There's truly more pros to going for whatever you want than never trying and always looking for something to be the one thing. Because again, if you're looking for the one thing to be in your way, you will find multiple things for the rest of your life that will be in your way. So with that, love and light, everybody. Take care, drink your water, get some movement in, and stop using everything as a crutch in your life. Stop being addicted to pain and suffering and trauma. Stop feeding into it. It's the other side of the coin. There's good things coming, okay? Hang in there. Love and light. Talk soon. Peace and love.